Welcome back to Average Place, guys, and today we are doing our first oil change on our 2022 Ram 1500 5.7 HEMI ETorque Rebel. The Ram that if you saw the video,
subs. Speaking of which, like and subscribe underneath. Come on now.
All right, guys, welcome back to Average Place, and today we're gonna, like I said, change the oil, first oil change on this 5.7 HEMI 1500. So I did a little bit of research to see what oil we needed, and we ended up here with the Pennzoil full synthetic 0 W20, and we have our Mopar oil filter, and that is the MO339. Now I don't know, I've never done this. Is the first oil change in this truck, so it's what I read. I did read the instructions or the manual. They did call for 0 W20. Pennzoil is a good alternative to the Mopar oil, as I read, so we're good to go. It does take 7 quarts according to the manual. We have 2 5-quart jugs here, so we're not going to use all of it, but we'll try to measure it out as best we can and obviously check with the dipstick. So let's go ahead, get started. We'll pop this hood and get under the truck and start draining. They have to find me. All right, so here is our oil cap, and as you can see, it says 0 W20, so that's good. We'll quick put that back on. I have to go under and see where the oil filter is, so I'll take you along with me here. All right, so as we call around here, if you go all the way to the back, I kind of cheated. I looked before I took you. Right by the sway bar here, the oil drain plug, I'm assuming you can see is right where my finger is. I can't see if you can see, but I'm gonna go with it. Of course, they put the sway bar right in the way. Make it a little messy, but then if you come up a little further, it's a little dark. Right by the power steering, here is the oil filter. I don't know if you can see that right up in there. Try to give you a light and camera at the same time. There it is. So, and again, that's going to leak right onto, if it does leak, it's going to leak right onto the power steering rack. So that's also awesome, I guess. So this job may get a little messy, but we'll see. That's what we're making this video for. So let's go ahead and find the right tool here to get this oil drain plug out and start draining some more. All right, so for your reference, it is a 13 millimeter bolt, so we were good there. And then yeah, it did make a mess. It wasn't too bad. It just ended up on the sway bar, splashed around a little, but we were able to catch all of it. So that's good. Next is the oil filter. That's if oil comes out. It's not all the time oil comes out when you undo an oil filter, especially if it's upside down, but it also can completely come out there. So that may be a mess as well. And if that is a mess, it's going all over the power steering rack. So let's go ahead and try to get that loose. It's also pretty difficult to get to. So hopefully it's not super tight. That bolt here wasn't, the oil drain plug wasn't actually tight much at all. I actually thought I had the wrong socket on there, but I just broke it loose pretty easily. But let's go ahead and try to do the oil filter now. All right, I apologize for the angles, but I am under the truck. The oil filter that came off of the truck, It has the same numbers as are posted on this one, and again, this was the MO3399, even though it doesn't say that on here. I did take a little bit of oil to kind of grease up this rubber seal. I did also find out that I can also, you know, we were getting to the oil filter back here, right in between the CV shaft and the steering knuckle, but the power steering linkage, but we can also, I don't think we can get the filter in here, but through the front, if you need a little more leverage with your hand to get it loosened up, you can also reach it from the front and get in that way. But I don't think I can get the filter in that way, at least upright so that it didn't spill. It definitely made a mess. I'm gonna have to go back up in there and kind of wipe down everything, even though that's not perfect. It does, majority of it does end up landing on this, I don't even know what it is, kind of like a protection shield, but there are two little holes as if they planned for it to land in there so that it can drain out into the pan. So I guess that's helpful. I don't know. I guess if it was just sitting in there, that wouldn't be good either. So we're gonna go ahead, put this new filter in and clean up everything and head back up to the top. All right, so here's where we go to start putting in our oil. Again, there's where the oil fill is. This side has a dimple, but it's nothing there. We're gonna go ahead and put those the Pennzoil 020 in. We're gonna put the whole first 5 quarts in, and then we're gonna go, I'll just quick check just to make sure. I know it's gonna take more. Like I said, it said 7 quarts, but I'll check it anyway and kind of put another quart in, and watch it go up on the dipstick. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we are definitely on the dipstick. Safe, as you can see, safe's kind of right where those 2 dots are. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we are just below the 2 dots. So usually the 2 dots indicate a quart of oil. So if you're below the dot, you're a quart low. And considering that we should let this engine run a little bit before we do our final check, I'm going to actually I'm going to go ahead and just put a quart in. That should get us in the between the dots there. We'll let it run since there's plenty of oil in there now to you know, lube the engine and all that. So we'll let it run and then turn it off, check again, and do our final top off. That gave us just enough time to check for any leaks. We're gonna check our oil again. And now we are pretty low. So just cycling through the engine, filling up the oil filter, you know, we're low. So let's leave this out and take our cap back off and go try to put 2 more quarts in. Try not to make any messes this time. I don't know, we'll see. Could have used a smaller funnel for sure. See how we are now, 7 quarts in. About pretty darn perfect. We are just slightly below that top dot. So we're in the safe zone. I'm gonna call it a day and wrap this sucker up. All right, so pretty quick here. If you were wondering about resetting your oil life, basically if you hit the up arrows for like your speedometer, you can get down to the vehicle info section, and a couple clicks over, if it's not there already, you kind of go through the stats of the vehicle. Here is your oil life. As you see, I was at 43%. So you know, you can just redo that, hold OK. Oh, so now I have to turn the engine off and start over. Engine cannot be running, so turn it to on, but not running. And we then again go to oil life, which we're back again. Hold the OK button, and we're back to 100. So there you go. All right, and that is gonna do it for our 2022 Ram Rebel 1500 5.7 eTorque. Oil change. This will probably be the same for any 5.7 1500 Ram for multiple years. This was again a 2022. So a couple of gotchas and things to look out for. Make sure you got some cardboard down for a little bit of mess if needed. So but that's gonna be it for this video. If you could, please like if you liked the video, comment below what you think or any tips or things that you ran into that were an issue, or if you need some help, you know, we can be some guidance down there. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Our motto is if you know, we do projects that any average person can do. You don't have to be a pro to do a lot of the things that, you know, might intimidate you. So a lot of these things are pretty easy to do, including changing oil. So yeah, and all the products I use, I'm gonna post down a link below. Also have some merch at teespring.com/stores/average bike, I believe. Follow us over on Instagram. All those links are down in the description below. You can help us out. We would really appreciate that. So until next time, that's pretty much it. Later.